Hello, friends. In my last video, I talked about that I would make a follow-up on the subject again of shifting timelines, moving from the old timeline, the false matrix, into the new, which is, of course, right here in our heart waiting for us. It's not new, but it's going to be new for us because we forgot about it. And there's a lot of talk, not just from me, but from a lot of people who are already on that shifting into the new timeline. And we're all talking about it because it is amazing. It's like, wow, it's finally here. Well, we can feel it, we can sense it. It's becoming alive and real for us. So I want to address, which I mentioned in the previous one, the way to do it without doing the spiritual bypass, the much dreaded spiritual bypass. I think there's books about it. And the question, of course, is for many, what is a spiritual bypass and what does it mean? Well, in my experience, the spiritual bypass is when we have a lot of unresolved trauma, pain, beliefs that are all stored in the body that are running our lives unconsciously. We may do all the work up here, and that is when it's great to do this work with the mind. I mean, we do hear the term mind over matter, and you change your mind, you change your reality. So there is, of course, a lot of truth to that, but it's not the whole picture. And learning to change your beliefs and start behaving differently, it's all very valuable, absolutely. But what I'm talking about is when we have these unresolved, unintegrated, undigested feelings inside, traumas, memories, we can't just leave them unintegrated in this old false matrix, and then it just jump right into our hearts because we cannot bring what is not resolved into here. There's another video I did about that a while ago. I think it's something that you can't take your trauma into heaven, or you'll find it up here. And that's what we're talking about. That would be a spiritual bypass, because if you take um, an unresolved pain that you have not been able to deal with, or maybe you don't even know it's there, but everybody around you know it's there because you are acting and responding and reacting from that everywhere. And you're not even aware of it, or you are aware of it and you don't know what to do about it. So then it's like, oh, great, I'm going to shift timeline. I'm going to leave this stuff behind and I'm going to go here. And you start practicing what I shared in my previous video, where you go like, no, I don't want that anymore. I want this. Very valid. Don't ignore that. But if you have this little frozen package here, that you're bringing, or contraction that you're bringing with you in here, it's not going to go away. The only way you can bring it with you is basically to release the energy that is contracted in there. So it needs to be released. And then you bring your liberated energy into the new timeline, because there is no room for duality and contraction. It does not exist there. It's like that other metaphor I used and many others, like a frozen drop doesn't, you can't put it into the ocean. It needs to be dissolved. Now the ocean will dissolve it, and we can do a lot of that dissolving over here and the softening, and we have to. But in order to be the ocean, or to be in the new paradigm, the new earth, we have to soften this first. Otherwise, it is a pure bypass where the old paradigm is still alive. You see, the old paradigm or the false matrix is based on fear and contraction and division and not wanting something. But with an energy of like a contraction, a fist, a battle. Once we let go of that, we just slip into the new timeline, the real timeline. It's a better word. So we have to do the work here. If you don't do the work and try to bypass this, it will keep pulling you out of where you want to go. There is no way around it. There's many ways to dissolve it, soften it, heal it, whatever we want to use. There's many ways, but you cannot bypass it and think that you are actually liberated and on the new timeline. Because the people you will be walking with, they will notice it and they will probably say, honey, there's still something here that feels like it's not free yet. And then there will be people who will probably be very happy to help you with that. There's many of us. There's many star seeds, way showers, light workers. We all came here first to do that work on ourselves so we can really become that full light and walk that timeline of oneness and love here. And because we have been doing it and are still doing it, we have learned some things, some steps, or some great ways to support others who have not fully landed there yet. So there are many of us who will be able to help those who want to make that transition, but still feel stuck over here because there is still a holding on to something that they have not fully healed or let go of or integrated. It still sits there as this undigested emotion. And as I also talked about just a few days ago, right, you have to find out what is it behind that reaction here. So we need to follow it in, and then we can hold it so it can soften. And then there is no bypassing. It may not be fully healed yet. That's fine. That takes as long as it takes. But you are here. You're not contracting it. You're allowing it. You're feeling it. You're maybe crying here and there. You're feeling fear. But everything is done like this, like this, like this. And that way you can slip in here because this is not here and this cannot get into that new paradigm, that timeline, because it's like water and oil. They do not mix. So this is the work we do first, and then there is no bypass. I feel very strongly about not bypassing. It's been my own path as a Hakomi therapist. It's all about the felt sense, embodiment, listening to the wisdom of the body, learning what is a yes feels like, what a no feels like, what a I don't know yet feels like. It's all about embodiment so that we can walk as a full human divine being as opposed to a human doing that is controlled by the mind. So we're not trying to ascend. There has been times where ascending, and we might also call this ascending or maybe a divine descending. So we are fully living it in this dimension, but in a whole new way. It's so different than what we are used to. And the more you choose to say no to the old and yes to the new, or the real, the true, like I talked about the other day, you'll feel really excited about it because you start realizing what has always been here and now it's available to us. So again, this transition is not so easy, and you're always welcome to set up a self-discovery session with me. And maybe you want to work with me one-on-one. I would be very honored. And you're also welcome to join my monthly online gathering called Feel Your Deepest Longing, Find Your Spiritual Calling, which is every first Tuesday of the month. All the information will be in the description. Let's take a deep breath together. And maybe just choose right now. What is it that you really want? Do you want to stay in the old? Do you want to leave the old and come to the heart? Or do you want to still hold on to something in the old, but you also want to go to the heart? And that's where you may need some support to just to do this. Just to do this. Help to let go. Help to let go.